Oh shit, guys! Starting it off all trippy like, guys, where you can see the Streamlabs. You're seeing behind the curtain, guys. I've become successful enough to where I want to show you guys how the magic is made. It's made with Streamlabs. I also use it for OnlyFans and my Twitch account, where I make a game out of my OnlyFans. It's basically like Fortnite, my OnlyFans, except I show my penis. Speaking of showing penises, I got two penises right here. Mr. Dave Rubin and all of his intelligence and glory right there. And then I have Steven Crowder. Now, you noticed I said this, or I called this video, Dave Rubin is a less gay Steven Crowder. And that's ironic because Dave Rubin is the gay one, right? Or is he? Or are they both gay? He looks like he's about to suck Steven Crowder off right there. So, with all that waiting, the reason I chose this video is because he debates him on abortion. This is when Dave Rubin was still a liberal. I'm a liberal, but I'm one of the honest liberal. I'm not a social justice warrior snowflake. So,
I want to say 21 at Fox News.
Yeah, it's funny. I also feel like I was sort of...
Wow. Right off the bat, you just launching, hey, it's 21 and I worked at Fox News. Yeah, God, I'm not even going to make a gay joke out of that, but we all know what happened. We all know what he had to do to Roger Ailes to get that job at Fox News at 21. They were going to put it in that movie Bombshell, but Steven Crowder sued, so that didn't happen. Hey, Dave, politics loves you too. And by politics, I mean greasy truckers at rest stops at 4 o'clock in the morning that have tramp stamps.
In the last couple of years, I do feel like there's this pull, whether I like it or not. So were you always into politics? So you were getting banned at clubs? What were you doing?
Yeah, colleges. Well, there was I remember the first thing was a multicultural.
No, Steven. Your test scores being too low to get into college isn't the same as being banned. Let's move on. Well, I want to get to abortion, because Dave actually changed his mind on abortion. Who the fuck does that in their 40s?
That was legit.
Two hilarious guys right there, just cracking jokes. Is that Steven Crowder's dog behind Dave Rubin? I could see Dave Rubin doing that just to suck up to him. Like in case the gay sex wasn't enough. I think Dave Rubin putting Steven Crowder's dog behind him, if that is in fact Hopper, it's a sign that Dave is signaling that because his dog is behind him, that he's Steven Crowder's bitch, one, and that because it's a dog and not a cat, that they don't prefer the pussy.
I actually had knee surgery, but now
You really take comedy far. That you go ahead and have knee surgery.
Yeah, you take comedy far. You take it to so far away from laughs that is it really comedy anymore?
And I've never considered myself on the right. My whole show is to try to save what I see with the left. And I know you're trying to save the right, so we'll get into some of that in a sec. But yeah, I see people trying to paint me as right now because I don't fit into the exact box that they want on the left, which is extremely disappointing to say the least.
Absolutely. And, but I think you see this too. Like I don't think Chris Rock is funny. I think Richard Pryor was hilarious. Eddie Murphy. I've never thought Chris Rock was funny. I was there watching him backstage because I was a seat filler as a kid at the Just for Laughs festival. So 12, 13, he was coming out in his jeans.
Seat filler. I can't. Yeah, I can't think of anything right there.
I just didn't think he was funny. But he was talking about how he won't do colleges because it's too PC. But okay.
PC colleges, they don't talk about this enough anymore. And they really need to revisit this subject. LOL. That's all they fucking talk about. Antifa, guys. I was raped by a gang of Antifa college kids. Oh my god, me and Milo were fucking backstage. And Antifa burst in. And one of them said, you know what? You're gonna get in through the back. Okay, fuck it.
Chris Rock, I understand it. Or Sarah Silverman saying that. Then Sarah Silverman comes out and says, well, you can't say that's gay in a pejorative way. Or Chris Rock says,
Who fucking cares? Who fucking cares? Sarah Silverman's not booking the clubs. You know, Sarah Silverman, Chris Rock, they don't determine the comedy industry. The common man does. You know? And it's like, you know, for all their flaws, Sarah Silverman and Chris Rock, they're funny. Like, you can't deny they're funny. They've earned the right to say that. So fuck.
listen, you don't have to personally support something to understand the government's legitimate role. So, yeah, I'm personally a Christian conservative. I know I'll take licks for that. I'm open about it. But I would be much more of a libertarian.
Yeah, no, he definitely takes licks. Takes licks from Dave Rubin and other guys in the butthole. Gay joke.
Regarding policy. That's why the guy who I want to be president.
You know, I'm just doing some of that NPC comedy that Dave Rubin loves. You know, I gotta fight political correctness and make jokes about Steven Crowder getting his ass eaten.
Is the guy who wants the job the least. You want the Ron Swanson. The guy who doesn't even believe the job should...
No.
I like that...
Wait, you just said something retarded. Okay, so the guy in government that you want is the guy who wants the job the least. Then how is government going to be effective? Isn't that what you say the problem with government is? Fuck you.
He's coming in and he's speaking in a way that the same thing they used to praise Trump when it's untrue and then criticize. Respectful of Hillary Clinton. He could go after her in a... No, I'd have to get back. But those were the ones that, you know, stood out because at that point they were sort of transitioning from second stage to first stage, or they were kind of surging. So those are the ones that stick in mind. And I don't think many of them will come back. I mean, you can only have a presidential candidate come up and then someone goes, did you do this show? Or in the very next segment, job of it that I can. This is not something I signed up for when I was, you know, planning a career. I'm grateful to have the opportunity. And I will say, you know, Carly and Ted were very good in answering the questions when they felt that their guard was a little bit down. And media man, still to the left, very far to the left, and I hope people realize that.
Yeah, Ben Shapiro laid out a very similar case for that when he was on. But all right, I know a lot of my audience is going to be shaking their fist at some of the things you just said, so let's back up a little bit. Climate change. Now, I had Michael Mann, Dr. Michael Mann from Penn State. He's one of the most respected. Miami is...
Mike Valdez, that happens every year, multiple times a year in the middle of the ocean. You just don't see it, so there's no seagull caught in...
Split the difference for the sake of the conversation. Let's say between Michael Mann and what you've said, that the truth is somewhere in between. Maybe it's a little human-made, and let's say something's happening...
No. He's talking about global warming, but there's no in between, right? Either you think it's fake or it's not. He's just giving Steven Crowder... What the fuck is up with Dave Rubin? He's he's just giving Steven Crowder an out. Like, he's giving Steven Crowder a chance to say he has enough credibility to say that he believes in climate change, but he doesn't believe it's a serious problem, which is the same as not believing in it. So fuck off. Ah! My fucking mic just went out. Hopefully, I don't think it'll ring.
Child, no. But since it's less than a single percentage point of abortions, okay, let's take...
I think you think you're being the true environmentalist by not killing the birds that are flying into these things.
I don't care about birds. Birds are jerks.
Birds are jerks. Birds are jerks. All right, good finish for that one.
Yeah, you know what? He definitely slaps on a Sarah Silverman, Chris Rock level right there. Birds are jerks. Fuck them.
All right, so let's talk about the abortion thing for a little bit, because this is the one that I think there is so little middle ground, and I think if people really would talk about it in an honest way and not...
No, there is no middle ground, right? Like, I mean, yeah, like, what's the middle ground there? Because it goes back to conception, right? Like, when do you think life begins? So there is no middle ground. You either do think it begins at conception, that is human life, or you don't think it begins at conception, and that's not human life. It's the mother's choice. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Every time I pause it, Dave Rubin just looking more retarded.
Demonize everyone else's intent.
Okay, why shouldn't you demonize those people? Okay, no matter whether you're pro-choice or pro-life, yes, you should demonize because on either end of the spectrum, that's something to be passionate about. That's something to not believe in middle ground for.
I think we could make a little headway. So you're against abortion altogether, right? Do you have some exceptions?
Here's what I do. Okay, yeah, I think it's murder. Do I think the best way to deal with an incest or rape problem is to kill the child? No. But since it's less than a single percentage point of abortions, okay, let's take it off the table. Let's say, fine for that. Are liberals, are leftists willing to do anything else to curb abortions? Are they willing at all to deviate from free abortion, on demand, anytime, period? And they're not.
Okay, so I'm with you on so I think I'll say it. You took a principled approach there. You're saying that there's this 1% now. Everyone makes it sound like the rape situation or the mother dying is a much bigger percentage than it is. So I'm going to take your word that it is 1%. I'll go with you on that one.
Don't fact check me at all. Just take my word for it. That's what I live for, Dave.
Again, Google people. But okay, so that you're saying I'm willing, as someone that believes this is murder, I'm willing to just throw that out for the sort of good of the conversation. So okay, I think that's a pretty decent place to start. I mean, my feeling on it is, at some point, I do believe that it is murder. I mean, I don't know. For me, it's like, I don't know what the point is. I don't know if that's and this is, of course, what scientists and philosophers and,
Right.
So he doesn't have a fucking opinion. That's what he just said. He doesn't have an opinion. You don't know what the point is because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about because you're not taking a principled stand on anything. At least Steven, even if you disagree with him, you know where he stands. He says it's murder. Props to him for that. Actually, no, not props to him. Fuck him. But anyway, Dave is a bitch. And that's a good end for tonight, guys. Dave is a bitch.